What's up, guys? Hey, it's your boy Tiny Penny. I just wanted to tell you about the best thing we've seen so far. Look at this. Patch notes have come out. Server transfers. This is going to be huge. For a server like ours that is dying, that only has like 856 players, we are actually merging with four servers. Zoltan Cool, Sand Scorpion, Storm Shield. Storm Shield is DM server. Old Growth. Same on this side. We got Keys' server. Perseus the Decimator. He'll be merging with these four servers. Um, all these four servers are merging together. You get to stay on your server. That's the key thing. You're staying on your server, but the immortal that had the longest reign throughout all the servers is automatically going to become the new immortals. You're going to be able to merge with parties, doing party finders across all these servers, and your gems. Your gems you've been trying to sell on a dying market are not going to be account bound to you unless you went to transfer to one of these other servers that the markets are going to be tied together. So hopefully you won't have an issue like if we look over here and we go to our market right now, our normal gems don't even exist. It's going to be a big thing. Big thing coming down the line. Um there's another thing that they're doing. They're bringing forward new character transfers for additional accounts, like all your alts cost you $15. No big deal there. Characters must be at least level 30. Okay. Anybody who's actively playing an alt should be above level 30, but a lot of people have been playing alts for the event where recruit a friend, just so you can get the free crests and all that stuff. Another big thing that's going to be happening, which a lot of people have been complaining about, were the new uh, gems. Let me show you. For the tunics are the biggest thing that came out, so you can craft your own legendaries. Um, if you were free to play, you'd be able to craft one of these gems eventually. You can buy them from some of the packs. Uh, this is going to be a big thing that's being added to all the events, and it's going to be good going forward. Another thing that's coming down on the new server, your character will automatically be disbanded from the current warband. This is if you're transferring. Your character will be disbanded from current clan. You'll be automatically set to adventure. All leaderboard rankings will be removed. Any challenge server first records will not carry over to your new server. All progress on achievements and battleground ratings will be retained. What I think why they're doing this, it's already cross-platform when you're doing BGs, so it doesn't really matter. If you're in the legend bracket, you're staying in the legend bracket. Your point system there doesn't matter. It's all based off your residence, anyways. And your friends list will retain. The season 6 battle pass, it's a little unfortunate. They're just showing the Necro. Necro actually looks kind of cool. I was a Necro before I went Barb. I'll be switching back to Necro just to get the legendaries down the road. But some bigger patches that are coming down is they're also going to be adding the Telric pearls to the battle pass, 2 events, so everybody's going to be able to get those. 40 aren't going to take 40 weeks to be able to craft a legendary. They're adding a few more events, which the events are just kind of meh. If you like doing the events, it's kind of okay, but it's whatever. They're adding some more limited time bundles, like giving players orbs. That's gonna be a big one, especially free to play players. Unlike whales like myself that just buy packs of orbs over and over again, the fact you get free from the you're technically still paying for the boon so you can get your daily login. But paying $10 for the boon just so you can get logins, and it stacks every 14 days. It gets better, with a chance to get new crest items. That's the 2-star gem over there. Abiding Curse, Frozen Heart. All these gems are getting added to the 14-day login rewards. The first 14-day looks like it's going to be the Abiding Curse, the 2-star, and probably if you do the next 14 days, so 28 days in total, you'll be able to unlock the Frozen Heart. We'll have to see when it actually comes. They are trying to potentially fix some more bug fixes. 36 new legendaries they're adding, which is going to be great. Like for me right now, playing the Barbarian, Undying Rage for the headpiece, increased duration. This could be good because barbs get CC'd all the time. Like if I'm wearing Gladiator, Undying Rage, I can be CC'd. I've recorded it. 20 seconds of full CC. And right now, your Undying Rage lasts 4.75 seconds. Then Gladiator proc for 6 seconds. And on top of that, they're just CC pillar spamming you, fearing you, whatever. This could potentially help. Don't really use Blood or Cleaves Bleed because it is a small range. This will be a good one for Leap, because Leap always had one charge. The cooldown really wasn't worth that. That increasing the charge, you could be seeing a lot of charge barbs with Leap, adding that in. The chest piece, Ferocious Charge, now decreases all damage you take by so many seconds when you hit an enemy. That's going to be a big one for barbs, because you're always charging in. That if you're reducing any of your damage, that always helps. Frenzy, this will be a good PvP one. Increase the damage by X amount for so many seconds, stacking. Seems like they're fixing. It's going to be a give and take because most people use the crit hit weapon as their offhand. But you could have 2 potential frenzy stacking abilities with main and offhand to make it nice. Crusaders getting a big update. Most people don't think that their clean sweep is really something to really add about the bleed. Charge deals X amount of damage. The big one, Holy Banner, good for both PvE and PvP. Enemies defeated while your Holy Banner extends the remaining duration by however many seconds up to a maximum whatever amount of seconds. That is going to be nasty. Your Judgment, now found wanting, increasing all damage. Shield Charge rushes to target, stunning enemies and knocking them back. That could be a potential, but it's a give and take of what you want to remove. Crusaders, it's all on your play style. I haven't personally played a Crusader to its full potential on my main. I've done it on my alt, but it was just very passively. Demon Hunter, gonna have some big updates. Reign of Vengeance now corrodes enemies. Now, Necro had something similar with the Corpse Lance, putting like a corrosion tick damage. So this could be potentially really nasty. Their head speed, I really don't think a lot of them are going to get rid of their fear helmet over this increases escape maximum charges. A lot of DHs I've seen don't run escape that much. That's where they vault backwards. I think they're gonna keep their fear, potentially change out for the Reign of Vengeance. Sentries, that's really PvE. You don't see any high levels running sentries. Escape now grants a shield you may see some guys start running escape because there's 3 things that it takes escape. You got a headpiece, X amount of charges, a shoulder piece causes you to tumble forward, activating again for a short time, and your leg piece now granting a shield. Potentially could be like the barb where leap has 3 different abilities. You got a shoulder piece that drops electrified, you got pants that when you leap you pop them into the air, and then you have a offhand or chest piece, I'd have to re-look again, that actually causes area damage when you land. So it's another kind of nice thing to see that another class is getting 3 pieces that could potentially work for each other. Monk has the ability. Monk was one of the next classes I wanted to try. Next to Demon Hunter. They look like they're getting, I haven't personally played it past the level 15, but it looks like Wave of Strike now sends a shock wave. Flying Dragon causes you to dash forward, knocking enemies back along your path and stunning them. So another big stun. Mystic Strike, your evasion rating for however many seconds. Mystic Strike causes you to charge to a target, knocking them up. So look at that. Mystic Strike now causes you to charge to a targeted location, knocking them up in the air and damaging. So now you have charge monks. If they weren't already annoying enough with their Flying Dragon, their Wave Strike, Mystic Strike gonna be seen a lot more. A lot of monks still use Mystic Strike, but seeing a potential charge with Flying Dragon, because it is leg, it is chest, 2 different pieces, and then Inner Sanctuary inflicts stacking slow in an area until they're petrified. More or less going to be a little more for PvE, maybe some challenge rifts. Have to see how that goes. The Necromancer. This was one of the whole reasons I switched off a Necromancer. They came out with the Gloom set. The Gloom set for, it's called Gloom Guides Prize. Biggest thing. I'll show you. Increased damage done by 15% for 3 seconds after using a dash. Wearing 4-piece, increase your crit hit chance by 22.5% for 3 seconds. And the 6-piece, not very reliable. It causes a fear, has a little mini bomb, so it's kind of like wearing the Mount Banks. This, I always like to run the 2 to 4-piece at a minimum. This is why I switched to Barb. The fact that they are bringing that, it's going to be really interesting to see what Necros do. So, they are giving Necros a dash. Bone Wall. It's a shoulder piece, so it's going to be a give and take, because most Necros are using the shoulder piece that causes their weighted shoulders, causes you not to be knocked out of position. But to give a Necro some more crit hit chance, shoulders, Bone Wall now increases your dash forward, dealing damage to enemies in your path, while conjuring walls of bone behind you. Now, you notice they finally didn't put it on a piece that was going to screw up another piece. Our chest piece is the one that makes the rotting bone pillar that everybody fucking hates. Pops you up in the air. It slows you. If you put a shield on, you can light it with soul fire and do tick burn damage. You're going to be able to dash and leave a bone pillar behind. Now, I got a feeling it's not going to take any of your charges of bone pillar. So, if it gives you just 1 dash, or is it going to give you 3? Either way, you'll still have Wraith. You can still rock Fear Pants. They're also giving, you can get rid of your fear, which give and take for a Necro, procking Chipped, I used fear a lot, but Wraith form now teleports you to a location. They're giving us teleports. That is going to be massive. So between lakes, you getting a teleport, you wearing shoulders that every time you dash, you leave a bone wall behind, and as long as you keep the chess piece, you're still going to make rotting pillars, and you got the potential to throw that down. Um, I think it's really going to be nasty. Now, big ones. If you thought wizards were annoying, the new battle mages that they've been making, they're gonna get even worse. Look at this. Disintegrate range increased by X amount on the main hand. Shoulders, after teleporting, your movement speed's increased. This big one right here, the headpiece. So instead of them doing freeze, where they're going to freeze you in place, now they're going to be able to slow time. And on top of that, they're going to disable the use of skills and basic attacks and reduce vision. So they're going to be like a necro throwing down Dark Curse where you can't see anything out of your little bitty zone. And on top of that, you can't use any skills. Are you kidding me? That is going to be ridiculous. And if they put on the shoulder pieces that just came out after acting a teleport, they're able to move faster. They could change their main hand. Magic missiles already did for their offhand does fucking crazy amounts of damage. Man, if this doesn't make you want to try out Wizard, like, I eventually want to get all the legendaries for all the classes. I was really hoping they'd give us more storage space to be able to do so, but I'm figuring out what builds I want to use. It seems like more or less the channeling set is what I've been coming down to that have been fun on both strength-based characters and intelligence-based characters. So my stash will be okay there for now. But man, we are gonna see different types of wizards out there. We're gonna see more battle mages, which have been tanky. Anybody using the new Frozen Heart gem as a battle mage has already been strong and OP in battlegrounds. I can't wait to see what happens. Big one, big one. So you can go out and world grind and you will gain mad XP. When we were level grinding, when we're switching characters, trying to get Legos, you get so much XP because you're just aimlessly grinding for legendaries. Dungeons felt bland. The double drops weren't truly double drops. You running dungeons, you were getting very small amounts of XP on top of that, not getting legendary drops. So they're saying they're increasing the rewards for all dungeons. We continue as Diablo Immortal. We want to make sure you feel adequately rewarded for different activities that you put your farming time into. A lot of people have basically taken a break from grinding because they haven't been getting gears in dungeons. All of us whales have been switching around classes to keep us playing and to have fun and try out things. Grinding for legendaries made the game interesting for us and more fun. The fact that they're adding that is going to be great. Such as open world farming, Elder Rifts, those have all been boosted. It's going to be crazy. Purge the Depths. They're changing the way the remnants are automatically looted and shown by all party members. That was a big one that was an issue because remnants would drop usually down as white, yellow, or the green one to summon the boss, but you always had to manually pick them up and you had to open them from a chest. And when you opened them up, sometimes there would be a bunch of whites that popped out of the area and you'd be like, well, I don't pick up whites anymore because it only gives you one piece of scrap over blues and yellows, and they just run away. Uh, so the fact that it's going to auto pick them up, that's going to be a great feature for it. Unopened chests are displayed on the mini map after a room has been cleared. That's really good because people were clearing a room and not seeing that they missed a chest, so that your whole party would be able to say, hey man, you missed a chest up there, because usually you're doing it not solo, you're doing it with anywhere from 2 to 4 people. Maybe you're doing your full warband, not really worth doing your full warband. um but that's going to be nice. They're improving the tableau, which is going to be good. Ancestral weapons with inherited essences may now be placed in the tableau. An item's inheritance essence does not dictate the ancestral property of the deposited weapon. So that was a big one with people trying to put an ancestral weapon in, but they needed the essence. Most people wanted to just keep the essence and not upgrade for better strength, better int, getting an ancestral property in the tableau so you can add it to your gear that has provocations on it. That's going to be really nice. That if you inherit an essence and it had an ancestral property, it will put it on one of your things, one of your legendaries that may or may not have one. So now you don't have to worry about it. If you have it and it has an ancestral property, you inherit it, it's going to put it on that piece of gear, just like when it changes over any of your other items. When, oh, I got these pants that make me sprint and knock people, but I want leap, so let me inherit leap on the pants. Stuff like that. It's going to put that ancestral property on there, which is great. Blessing of the Worthy. This was the biggest one that people have been complaining about, just like they did with Zwensson. And let me tell you, it's just rewording. People keep talking about, oh, they need to give us refunds, they need to do this. Let me tell you this. If you look here, I have a Zwensson maxed out. Originally, it said it summoned a dark beast that would deal damage to enemies. And then people were seeing same effect. It would launch up into the air. It would come down and damage players. They were like, "Oh, the Zwensson's trash because it's not summoning this beast to fight you. You have an additional chance to summon a dark beast." They keep calling it a dark beast, but it's literally a pile of purple that hits a character, launches up in the air, and slams back down on any characters in the area. Big for PvE. I've gotten multiple kills off Zwensson in PvP. Now, the blessing. They're talking about the rewording, because it used to just say it would deal damage. It went off of your overall damage, your max health. Like, the fact that they're wording it that people were getting upset about was, oh, it's the remaining amount of your current life. Current life. It has always acted like that. Always. 100%. I've had blessing go off with little to next, no health, full health, every health in between. As a necro, doing challenge rifts, doing PvP, as a barb. It did not change any way the gem functioned. People need to get this through. This gem never changed. You talk to any active 7K, 6K, maybe even 3K players that have actively used Blessing of the Worthy, they will tell you it did not change at all. Especially 5K and above players. They will tell you that blessing did not get changed at all. Shady Demise today, dude came in with full health, jumped on Shady, he was at half health. It still one-shot the motherfucker. So get that, just picture that. Stop worrying about the translation getting changed. Unless you actively do PvP or push yourself in challenge rifts to where you can truly test out these gems, quit bitching about it till you actually see if wording just wasn't screwed up on all these different gems. They got a potential that they're going to change wording on seeping. Everybody knows seeping tick damage is massive. Blood soaked does massive damage. Chipped does massive damage. If they were to change this, we still know, like, nowhere does it say that for chipped that it freezes the target, turns them gray, like ashy, and puts stars above their head. You just have to kind of figure that out, that that's what was chipped. So the fact that they're potentially changing all these wordings for all these gems and people are freaking out because I know there was blessing packs that came out. People bought these blessing packs. They leveled up Blessing of the Worthy. They're never going to get it to 10 or whatever the case because they're lower res players. Us 6K and above, I am 6272. I'm not 7K, but I have played PvP since launch as a 3K necro for the longest time. Then I did the push to 5K. Then I was like, fuck it, I want to get to 6K. 7K is going to be a long way down the road for me. But this overall has not changed anything. The gem changes that they have done, other than adding the frozen heart, which I give and take whether or not I want to try the new gem or not because it's very nasty. Me playing a barb, if I could charge in and fucking slow somebody, because the problem is I get CC'd, they end up running away if I can slow an enemy. Like, that's why right now my build, I went with the shoulder pieces. When I activate Wraith, I slow enemy movement speed by 80% because I'm trying to combat that. So just remember, guys, Blessing of the Worthy never changed its functionality. The fact that it used to say max health and now it's going off of current health, it never changed. Never changed at all. So just remember that, guys. Test, test, test your gems out. Push yourself into challenge rifts. Get your things to proc. Take it into PvP. See how it works. Run around in PvE, because this whole react first and not actually, this is the second time you guys have freaked out over gem wording changes and it never changed the functionality. So these two gems still OP even with the wording change. I don't care about that. What I care about is they still work. These pearls are going to be more readily active, because what I'm trying to see is if this is just a random 5-star or is it a guaranteed 5 out of 5. If you have these, do you get to pick which one you want to craft, or is it random? So the soonest I get the 40, I'm going to show you guys, whether I'm live streaming or if I make a video, we're going to put this out and see what, after you get 40, because that'll also help free-to-play players to know whether saving these up, investing hilts to buy them, the 800 hilts to buy one weekly, getting them through doing daily tasks, is it really worth it? Or are we going to have the option? That's going to be my curiosity. I'm already a little over halfway there, and it's only been out for 2 weeks. I plan on getting there at a minimum 1 to 2 weeks. The new Battle Pass could give me a lot more. The new Boon of Plenty could give me a lot more sooner than expected. So we'll see what happens. So guys, I just wanted to let you know your boy Tiny Penny's still playing, still not quitting the game. This new update is going to be massive. I'm looking forward to everything to come, and I'm really excited with server merges, seeing what's going to happen, seeing the new players that are coming, and I really hope our server population, the gem market, everything becomes more populated across all servers, not just my own. So guys, you guys want to follow me on Twitch, Twitter. I don't use my Instagram anymore, but you can hit that subscribe button on YouTube so you get all my content videos. I stream as much as I can on Twitch. Remember, it's twitch.com/tinypenny. You will be able to see me when I'm there, whether I'm experimenting with a new class, playing BGs, doing right, whatever. I am looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Till next time, I will see you in the future.